Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Salsabilah from class MN24I, and today I will be explaining my final exam project analysis on change management course. This presentation will analyze the innovation strategy of IKEA using value innovation from the blue ocean strategy to completely change the furniture industry. Company profile. So IKEA started back in 1943 in Sweden as a small mail order business. But the real game changer happened in 1956 when the flat pack concept was introduced. This shift went far beyond simple packaging updates as it redefined the movement of products by lowering shipping expense to just a small portion of previous rates. This move directly supported by the main goal of making everyday life better for people. By using democratic design, a way was found to balance quality, function, and sustainability with a low price, ensuring that nice Scandinavian furniture was no longer used for a wealthy few, but something everyone could actually afford. Next is value condition before innovation, or red ocean. Before IKEA came along, the industry was a total red ocean. It was super competitive and divided into two distinct sides. There were the high-end competitors. This store focused on luxury, providing exclusive design and white glove service like free delivery and full assembly, but the prices were extremely high and out of reach for most people. On the other hand, there were the low-end competitors. They offered cheap price, but the trade-off was a major sacrifice in the design aesthetic and product durability. Customers were basically stuck choosing between spending too much for quality or getting something cheap that would not last. There were no one in the middle offering great design at a price that made sense, and this is the gap IKEA filled. Next is differentiation opportunity. This strategy of ERRC framework, or eliminate, reduce, raise, and create, becomes clear when examining the framework, especially how IKEA handled elimination and reduction. First, the elimination factor you focus on cutting heavy operational burdens. IKEA removes aggressive sales staff who would traditionally follow customer around, and the company stopped offering free assembly and delivering service. By shifting this task to the customer, the company saved a massive amount of labor and service costs. Second, the reduction factor revolves around the revolutionary flat pack model. This shift redefined product movement by minimizing the shipping of empty space. Because items are packed flat, shipping volume is reduced so significantly that distribution and warehouse costs dropped by approximately 80%. These two moves combined are the main reason why prices remain far lower than any competitor in the market. Now is rise and create. Moving beyond cost cutting, the focus turns to how IKEA adds value through the rise and create factors. First, the rise factor focuses on elevating design standard for the mass market. Using democratic design philosophy, IKEA made modern Scandinavian aesthetic affordable for everyone, proving that high functionality and beauty do not have to be expensive luxury. Second, they create the factor revolves around building a unique customer experience. IKEA created a recreational shopping environment with showrooms and restaurants that turn furniture buying into a family activity. They also create a DIY culture through self-assembly, which triggers the IKEA effect where customers value their furniture more because they were involved in building it. These two factors together create a level of value that traditional furniture retail simply cannot match. Looking at the buyer utility map, IKEA fixed the major problem of delivery waiting times. In the traditional furniture models, buyers would often have to wait weeks or even months for a specific item to be delivered and assembled by a professional team. This creates a massive utility gap in terms of convenience and speed. IKEA transformed this by making immediate availability the priority. Because of the flat pack design, every item is stored on site in the warehouse section of the store. This allows customers to choose their furniture, pay for it, and load it on into their private car on the very same day. Removing the middleman and delivering schedule will provide a level of instant gratification and logistical freedom that was a massive shift for the team. IKEA also looked at the three types of people who were not typical furniture shoppers. First, they are the soon-to-be customer, like student or young couples who need functional furniture right now but are waiting for an option that fits the budget. Second is the refusing tire. These are people who consciously avoided branded furniture because traditional stores felt too formal or just plain overpriced. IKEA changed their perception by making it feel like a lifestyle choice rather than a burden. And finally, the unexplored tire, consisting of casual visitors who might just be there for the food or a walk, but end up being loyal fans once the immersive showrooms are experienced. By targeting all three, IKEA turned non-customer into a massive community. There is also some clever psychology in the layout store strategy. The one-way mesh design is a masterpiece of retail engineering that ensures every customer follow a specific path through every room set up in the building. This innovation in the customer journey creates a sense of discovery while maximizing product exposure. By the time customers reach the final warehouse section, they have seen thousands of items in context. This environment makes it much more likely for extra decorative items and accessories to be picked up as impulse purchases that were not originally planned for. The layout effectively turns a simple shopping trip into a long exposure marketing exercise. It is a huge part of IKEA drives up its profit margins by increasing the average basket size of every visitor. So in conclusion, the analysis of IKEA reveals a primary advantage in the global logistic dominance and the high customer loyalty generated by its unique shopping experience. While there is a recognized weakness in the complexity of cell assembly and the remote location of warehouse, the strategy effectively mitigates this through value creation. Moving forward, the potential for the innovation is vast, particularly through the expansion of city store and the digitalization of assembly guides to reach a more modern and practical urban markets. These are the reference I use in making this analysis, and that's this all for my presentation. To put it simply, IKEA proves that real change happens when there is the courage to stop fighting the old battles and start creating entirely new value for customer. Thank you so much for the time and attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.